Hey Legend, thank you for cruising by my channel where I talk about dual enrollment, business, and tech. My name is Amara, also known as A Young Legend, and today I'm going to share with you how to prepare for online college classes. Attending college for the first time or returning to a new semester can overwhelm students with the amount of tasks you need to complete before the first day. I don't know about you, but I need physical, mental, and financial organization before the first day. So here are 7 tasks that you should definitely check off the list before you go back to school. I start my last semester of college before I graduate in a few short weeks. So as I am going through this video with you and sharing my tips for success, I will definitely be preparing for my new semester. I am a computer science major and I figured why not share the classes that I'm taking my last semester. So I am taking computer forensics, intro to internet applications, internet intranet security, Python programming, operating systems, and I will have one additional class during about fall 2, which is second half of the semester, and it will be my senior seminar course. The first step you need to check off the list before you go back to school is tying up loose ends. This is the most important part of preparing for back to school because something could possibly go wrong and prevent you from attending school this semester. So that is why checking with your university, checking all your school accounts to make sure they are correct and accurate can help you worry less about some of the technical issues that could happen. A few things that you should definitely review are your financial aid package to make sure that it's accurate, you know the numbers, understand, you don't see any unexpected expenses, and you've accepted the loans in your account summary. Very important. Next, if you are paying out of pocket for tuition, make sure you know when it needs to be paid, exactly how much, and if you're making a payment arrangement, there are deadlines to do that, so make sure you do it beforehand. Schedule a doctor's appointment. If you are new to college, you will need to get shots. If you already have them, no worries, just get medical records and you could submit that to the health department of your school. Next is opting in or out of university's health insurance. Very important. There is a deadline for that too. Mine's is September 8th, so I have to keep that in mind. Next is purchasing a parking pass. I am online this semester, so I don't need to worry about that, but if you are new or even just going for a little bit but you don't live on campus, you do need a parking pass. And next, if you are graduating from college this semester like I am, you will need to apply for graduation, so you have to fill out a few forms and there are deadlines for that, so I have note of what the deadlines are so I don't miss out on them. The second task that you should check off the list is writing your goals. So outlining your semester in advance can help you predict how your semester is going to pan out. Even if some variables do change, you will always know what the right track is for you, so you can go back to this outline to make sure. For example, when I was graduating with my high school diploma in Associate of Science, I had a 2-year plan of all the classes I needed to take and any requirements to graduate from both schools. So I always keep the list of classes I need to take, graduation requirements, and I still do that to this day. I have the list of classes I need to take to graduate and any other additional requirements. So writing goals can include a student budget, the types of grades that you hope to get, your daily schedule, etc. This is also helpful because you need to make sure that you are meeting the requirements of some of your obligations. For example, if you have scholarships or grants from the school, you may have GPA guidelines. I don't have any that have GPA guidelines, but when I was applying, I did notice that there were a lot of stipulations in there. So definitely keep that in mind. Athletics is another example, or any other opportunities. Make sure that you plan that in advance and kind of know what you need for the semester. Number 3 is clearing out the old and making room for the new. The most satisfying part of preparing for back to school is deleting stuff and throwing it in the trash and going to purchase new ones. So that is why going through your book bag, your desk, your laptop to remove what you don't need is so beneficial, and you can begin organizing the layout for your new semester. Since I'm online, the only 2 parts that I need to organize are the files on my laptop and the notes in OneNote. Okay, now I'm going to show how I do the most satisfying part of preparing for school, which is deleting old applications. I did have a total of 3 classes this past summer. I'm currently working on one now that doesn't finish up until the end of the week, so one day before fall semester starts. But I am able to delete some applications since I turned in most of my assignments, and let's do this. Okay, I tried to do this without glasses. It's not working, so you're gonna see me briefly put them on so I can actually see what I'm doing. I am going to uninstall GitHub for desktop. Unless I need that for my other classes, I will happily reinstall it, but I don't need it and it takes up a lot of space. So, and I wasn't able to install it on my external hard drive because it was such a rush install. While all these large applications are uninstalling, I'm also going to go ahead and create folders on my desktop for all the classes that I have. So for one of my classes, the class specifically is software engineering. I have my presentation that I'm creating this week before class starts for a fall semester, but I do want to uninstall the Atom application. It changes every semester with every teacher what kind of IDE and text and code editor that they use. So I am going to take screenshots of the code before I uninstall it so I can use it in my presentation. So as you can see, none of my courses are available yet. They are highlighted gray, but it does say here that they'll open up for 2 of them August 20th, and for the other 3 it'll be August 21st. I have to remove SBT, Node.js. GitHub for desktop didn't take too long, but still trying to get it off my computer because it has been annoying me all summer. It says I have no space for anything, so prompts like that aren't the funnest every time you open your computer to see, because I just want to clean up my computer so much throughout the whole summer, and I haven't been able to do it until now. So now I'm going to go in and make shortcuts on my desktop screen so that I can access them a little bit easier. After a while, once you go into fall 2020, you know, it can get a little long every single time. So apparently you can pin a shortcut to your start menu as well. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I think I'm done. 4, review your class schedule. This is the second most important task because this will help you determine what you need to purchase, school supplies, textbooks, software, etc., and what you may need to change. So by analyzing your schedule, you can check to make sure that the days, times, and the subject of the courses are exactly what you scheduled for. So this would also be a perfect time to change your classes if you just want to sleep in on some days, if your work schedule has changed, if you decided to be online instead of on campus, you may need to change that. My school did it automatically as soon as I opted in to be online this semester. So once you look at the details of your courses to make sure everything is correct, you can move on to downloading the syllabi, putting those in the files in your folders, and putting all those dates in your syllabi into your calendar. So you know when your midterms, tests, homework, when the last day of classes are. Then looking at what kind of textbooks you need, you can kind of scour the internet for more affordable alternatives. I do encourage that you wait until the first day of classes to see exactly what your teacher needs. Most of the time they'll explain to you if it can be an older version, if you really need them, or you just need the software. I've had some classes where they only need the MindTap software but not the book. That can always be a major price difference. And then if you are enrolled in online classes, I have 2 right now, and then I'll have a total of 3 by the end of the semester. It is recommended to order your books early because most of the time whatever they put on the syllabus or in the course is pretty much what you need. And I've done that where I waited till the first week and I was a little bit behind on my assignments. So now that I kind of know what to expect, I make sure to order those as soon as the course opens. The 5th task that you need to complete before you go back to school is setting up a productive workspace. So moving your desk by natural light, clearing the surface for more space to work, and providing additional support for hours of sitting like an ottoman, a pillow behind your chair. I love having my desk by the window because I can start to tell when the end of day is near. It allows me to keep track of time a little bit better and just get the natural dose of vitamin D while I'm cranking through hours of homework. 2 workspaces that you definitely need to make sure you organize are your laptop and your cell phone. So creating folders for your classes, bookmarking links to important pages is a lifesaver for me. There are so many links that you have to remember. If I'm using Cengage for some of my textbooks one semester, I love to bookmark that. You can also create file folders for your bookmarks. If you didn't already know, I learned that and then that changed my whole world. For this semester, I recommend downloading all apps to navigate your campus or any campus updates. Even though I'm not on campus this semester, I do like to still keep the app just in case something happens. But when I was on campus, my school has an app to where I can find what buildings I need to go to. Apps to access your school email. So I had to download Outlook on my phone to be able to access it. I tried it a few semesters on just my laptop and I realized I definitely needed to be able to access it from my phone. And checking on course grades. What we go through as our class portal is a lot different, so I downloaded the app for that and I get notified when grades have been added and when my teacher uploads any new assignments. You can even begin to make music playlists on your phone to continue studying. So on Pandora, I have my Japanese traditional music, I have my classical study music for when I need to be a genius for some hard homework. The 6th task that you need to complete is transitioning into a college routine. This is the hardest part because when you've been a little too chill for a whole summer, or for people in quarantine, it's been since practically March, it is good to ease yourself into your college routine. For example, I love to create alarms on my phone that gradually wake me up to earlier times. The next part of transitioning into a morning routine is when you wake up early for school, your mind is also active. So you may be doing homework, working out math problems, writing a whole entire program. Like, that happens to me all the time. So making sure that as you're easing yourself into waking up early, you start doing things early in the morning to get your mind going. The 7th tip that I have that has allowed me to effectively prepare for school all these semesters is starting college early. So you don't have to wait until the first day of classes to start working on college. For me, my classes become available 1 week before school starts. So in addition to downloading the syllabi, looking at the textbook, you can also look at the course content. If you have online classes, you can post your introduction posts early, and if people are early birds just like you can respond to those comments. You can also start work early if there are any forms that you need to fill out or just easy assignments that you may already know. Definitely turn those in. Start working on required reading. If you've already have your textbooks and the teacher has stated you definitely need those for the first day of classes, then you can start reading the chapters that maybe they've assigned, or give yourself an introduction to the content by skimming it. A new semester of college is a perfect time to get back to learning exactly what you need for your major and graduating, which is the end goal, right? So I hope these 7 tips help. I know in each of those tips there are more tips, but it's very helpful for you to break down. I always write down what I need to do. For example, this year we had to take a little quiz to agree to the terms of coronavirus guidelines. So I had to put that on my agenda to make sure I did it. And there's a lot more deadlines that I still need to meet. If you are a dual enrollment student taking college classes this semester, make sure to book one of my consultations at thedualenrollment.co. I have the Join Dual Enrollment program if you're prospective and interested in getting into the dual enrollment program. I also have scheduling a new semester. I don't know about you, but I love to schedule classes early to make sure I get first dibs. So if you want to know what classes you should take next semester, planning ahead, definitely book the second call. And then I also have graduating. So since I'm graduating, I keep in mind what all I need to do to meet the guidelines of my college. And that would be the same for you. But you have 2 institutions that you need to keep in mind. So you can book the 3rd consultation. And if you're interested in booking a free call, you have the opportunity to do that too. It's a free 15-minute call to answer all your questions about dual enrollment and any questions you have about the services. I hope all of you guys have a great semester. Comment down below what you're most excited for this coming semester, or even if you're in high school, middle school, comment down below what you're excited for, what tip you're going to implement in your preparation routine. Also, if you're interested in seeing college vlogs, definitely comment a thumbs up down below so I can start to plan. I have a few ideas in mind, but I'm really excited to change up the style of my videos. So remember, every young legend started out with the dream to be legendary. Bye, legend.